Woohoo! We did it. Nice job. Nice job. I love it. I love it. It's all good.
All right. So here we are at Be Wild Woman. Be Wild Woman meets Own Your Money. And,
Yeah.
it's not something that we always think about going together. Here at Be Wild Woman, we're focused on helping women to feel at home in their body. And right now, a lot of the highlight is on women survivors of trauma. And especially with all the things that are in the news, big things that are up are Me Too and old childhood trauma and things that are going on. So it's not always the first thing we think of as like, yeah, being a wild woman, I'm going to own my money. And even being a wild woman, we don't always think of being a wild woman and healing trauma, So I just wanted to preface a little with being a wild woman is being free of who we're supposed to be and really being ourselves. And if we think about that, what is in nature is for us to be grounded, to be present, to be joyous and abundant. So these things do go hand in hand, even though it isn't something we think of first. Safety is important. Security is important. We're not going to be running around being wild if we're not in our bodies, if we're in pain, and if we're in a place of lack.
Yeah, you're so right. Can I just chime in really quick? Hey, everybody. Yeah. I'm Belinda Rosenblum. I founded a company called Own Your Money 11 years ago. And very much along the lines of what you're talking about, Kiana, is that we were living in this place of scarcity, of survival, right? When I looked around and back then I started in 2007. So we're actually overspending back then too. And so part of my big, hairy, audacious goal was, oh my gosh, that is the cutest little dog. So this is turning into a dog video, everybody, just so you know. So now you'll rank up on Facebook because now we're a dog video as well. But that I just looked around and I saw so many of us that were barely surviving, right? We were paying our bills, but we were spending more than we were making and getting ourselves into debt. And then I looked around and it's 2008, and then everything starts to go downhill because we're kind of living off of the return, so to speak, right, in the market. And then all of a sudden those go down. And then I become much more popular, right? Because back then in 2007, no one really wanted to hear from me, full disclosure, because they were like, we don't want to stop spending. But then literally the 5 o'clock news was at my house on the day of the federal bailout, because I was talking about money stress and what it was doing to our bodies and what it was doing to us mentally, right? And how it was affecting us when nobody was really having that conversation. So,
yes,
so it's just really something that we live in this world of money, but we never learn how to do it, right? So it's like if you were driving a car and you never took a driving lesson, you're crashing into everything, you don't know where to look, right? You don't understand the rules of the road. Well, that's essentially what happens with people around money, that they just never learn it. And so because they never learn it, they just feel ashamed and afraid and in a lot of the poverty or scarcity consciousness around it. And so when we can have you feel safer and more secure around money, then you'll feel safer and more secure in your entire life and really allowing yourself to be the best version of yourself. And I think that how you describe kind of be the wild woman is to be that best version of yourself, right? Is to be the fully authentic 3D Technicolor you. And you get to do that when you're playing bigger, when you're living bigger. So yeah, I love it.
Yes, that's exactly why. And I brought, I wanted you to come on because, I just wanted to preface it for people why these things fit together. And, how, on one hand, you do need the tools. These are both the security tools right here. One, in order to move anywhere in your life, you need to feel at home in your body. So you need to focus on those tools, on how do you relax? How do you get down in here? But if you don't handle the money, then you're just going to keep re-stimulating and you're not really going to get to the ground that you need. So what I wanted to do is first just do a little into the body moment and then, just take a moment to breathe, just to feel your body and just notice anything that's up right now. So you may be super excited about being in this, or you may look at this and go, oh my gosh, I don't want to look at the money because all the stuff is there and or whatever's going on. And just take a moment to feel the good weight of your body and to feel the ground underneath you. And notice that the ground is always here. Notice that this is the bank right here. There is a security in the ground that holds you. Just take a moment to, whether you move your feet to feel the ground or just however you connect with it, and just take a moment to orient there. Take a breath in. Notice you might not sometimes be breathing when you think about money. Breathe into your heart, exhale, and just let the breath all the way out. And we're going to just do 3 simple breaths with that. I'm sending some energy your way, and we're connecting as Be Wild Woman as the unconditional mother that Earth is. Breathing in, exhaling down, and just envisioning her holding you and holding us all here. And one more, breathing in and feeling the abundant ground, Mother Earth, here beneath you. Take a moment to just shake your body, to just notice where you might be holding it tight, bring your hands to your jaw, all the places that normally get tight, the shoulders, just noticing your belly, letting it breathe, and just take a moment to move your spine just a little bit. All right, we're ready to get in here.
And, I love it. I love it. I feel looser. I hope everybody else does too, for sure.
Yeah. Another reason I can tell you that I trust Belinda, she's also my money coach. She's also one of
awesome
my mentors. And, as a person that also needed to find my ground, I still continue to work. That's one of the things that I'm still working through. So I pair all the wild woman work with this work. And this is also the thing, a lot of the stuff that you've shared has trickled in, and I've been sharing those with my clients as well. And so want them to come check this out and just to have more freedom and security with money. So
that's awesome. Wow, thank you so much. And just to take a moment, think about, there's really 2 mindsets. I don't know if anyone here knows the book by Carol Dweck. There's a growth mindset and a fixed mindset, right? And the growth mindset says there's always something to learn. Right. And I love that about you and Billy, that you're open to the learning. And I think it's something for everyone here to start to really role model with you and with me, is that I think how I've been so successful over 11 years is never thinking, oh, I know that. Those are 3 of the most dangerous words in the English language, right? When you're like, oh, I know that already, I don't need to pay attention, right? It's how instead can you be open to the learning, right? And to getting that, especially around money and finance and business. There's always more to learn, because there's just new things to learn, new depths to learn, new levels to learn. There's this abundance of possibility for us. And that was a lot of why I decided to do the training series in the first place, is that I felt like people get really stuck in the way that things are, right? And they do a lot of settling and tolerating. And in the process, the negative emotions and feelings and stress and tension, I think, also settles into our body. It settles into the life, because that's all the life that we decide to give ourselves. So, so I love the stand that you take, and I love your openness to learning. Definitely, the growth mindset is what wins the day, not the fixed mindset that says, if I don't know how, then I'm just not, it's not possible. Right. And the approach that we take instead. Yeah.
That you always make that possible. One of the things what I'm really grateful for is, there's a lot of ways that, I'm talking to people about being kind to their body and kind, not to judge them, being able to be more accepting helps us move forward. And you model that so well within money, which can be so stressful to okay, you can start here. Okay. You just always have this sense of, this is positive. We can move forward. You can start wherever you're at. Okay. You didn't do that. We can start here. Mm-hmm. And so I'd like you to share a little bit about, the skill set, because, I want women to have more of this, because if trauma comes up, and if someone's a trauma survivor, things are going to come up. Life is going to come up. But if you have a skill set, you don't want to be trying to figure money out while you're in the middle of stuff. So can you tell a little bit about what is the skill set, and what somebody can, what that can look like for somebody to start owning their money, what they need?
Sure. Absolutely. And it's such a good question. So, in the, and I don't know, you'll have to let me know if you have a link for the training series. I'm pretty sure that you do. Kiana, but we can get it and we can share it with people. So in this new training series that I created, there literally what I look to do is help you to escape and just get off of this paycheck to paycheck, like just getting by thing. And I brought a special friend to join us for today's lesson. And this is my hamster wheel friend. And my hamster, my little pet hamster, we were naming him the other day. I think
So we got Liza and hamster.
Yeah, sure. Liza hamster, that works. Catherine was trying to help me come up with names the other day. And so basically what happens is, I mean, this is the life that we are leading, right? And so what happens is eventually you get tired and your battery wears out. But that actually happened like in the middle of a talk. It was craziness. But that essentially, hold on a second, here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's our hamster. Oh, he's trying to escape. Did you see that? He like was trying to break the hamster wheel to get up. Yes. our hamster is even so wild that he can't stand. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's our hamster, right? So this is what we're doing day in and day out. We just like get up, we go to work, we make, make some money, we spend money, we eat dinner, we go to bed, and we just keep going around and around and around and around and around. And what happens much of the time is that we never learn how to do money better, right? We never learn that there is a better way. We never learn how to shut off that hamster wheel and just like chill, right? And like have fun and be ourselves, right? And to to allow ourselves to create a better life and being able to understand money. I'm looking, here we go. What I teach you in the first video is really how you escape, how you stop living paycheck to paycheck, really end that financial stress and learn how to take control when you have this new framework or context to money for yourself, right? And so this is really what I call the cash flow cure system, but it's really just these 4 steps. I can walk you through the steps really quick. And before I get into the details of it, is to really understand that you have a why, right? That there's a level of tolerating and settling you've been doing in your life, but that there really is a bigger why for you creating something different, right? For you being that better version of yourself, whether it's you being a better mom and a better role model, or it's you just really having more fulfillment and enjoying your life and learning how to use money as a tool, or it's a trip that you really want to take, or it's something for your child or something for you. But whatever it is, like start to connect with your why, because you're going to have to face some things, right? You're going to have to face some things around you and taking control of your money that maybe you haven't wanted to look at before. So now is your chance to be able to make sense of it all, really, right? And to simplify what has been this complex world of money before. So I'll in the first video in the training series, I go through each of this in more detail. And we'll post a link for everybody, Kiana, in the comments if people want to join later on. We'll post your link for the training series. And I just love that, Kiana is excited about this and really wants to make this happen, because I feel like you have a vision for people of what's possible for them that they might not have, be able to see for themselves yet, and that's partly where we can help light the way so that becomes possible, right? So that you can start to see a better life and a better world for yourself in the process. So I'll walk you through the 4 steps real quick. And I don't know, do you see that Be Live thing on top of your head? Is there any way to X that out or get rid of that? Or you don't see that?
I don't see it. So
okay.
I don't
Okay, hopefully it'll go away. That's fine. So for those of you who are watching the replay, just if you have any questions or comments along the way, just add a comment and I will be checking back, as Kiana probably will too. So step 1 is mindset and earning. So step 1 is really looking at how do you get your head on straight, right? How do you notice how you think, how you feel, right? And how that affects how you act around money. Because once you can get your mindset straight, then the rest of it just becomes so much easier. And the second piece of that is earning. And so there's like an epidemic of under earning, particularly for entrepreneurs, because it's like this thing where when you have a corporate job, it's like magic. You just keep getting paid, amazingly. You just keep getting paid every 2 weeks. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're like asking for every single dollar that you bring in. It's like a whole different world. No one really sets you up to be successful with that. And again, it's another should. I should be good at that. I should know what I'm doing. Well, why? Right? Like, why would you? And so I really want to see people start to earn up to their capacity. If they're in a job, maybe it's a promotion or a raise. If they are entrepreneurs, it's probably a matter of charging more, or repurposing, repackaging, but like making more money in however you're earning income. Then the second thing is tracking and spending, right? So once you have your head on straight and you're willing to look, then we go to tracking and spending. And so that's where we actually start to notice where our money is going. Like, let's end the mystery. So I have a whole video just dedicated to the tracking and spending side of things, right? Because I want you to start to what I call find your hidden money. That's the second video. So that it doesn't have to feel like a mystery anymore. There really can be some light at the end of this tunnel, because we're finding your money and we're teaching you how to keep more of it, which takes us to step 3, which is credit and debt. So most people spend so much of their current money paying off their past, and it just takes away from your ability to have a great current life, right? A present, as well as your future. And so we really want to help you get the best credit score you can, but then also to pay off your debt easier, faster, like to prioritize it and really understand how to do that effectively. And then number 4 is saving and investing. And so then once you have your money tracked and once you're understanding more, oh, my daughter wants to say hi to you, Kiana. Mommy. You want to come say hi? Yeah. Okay. And then mommy has to get back to work. Oh, you're getting a little, my young wild woman here, who's stuck on things. Really? Hi. You want to see a doggy? My little hamster. Oh, you want to see a doggy? Look at that doggy up there. Wow. Is that so cute? Okay. So cute. Okay. We're almost done. Okay. So you're going to go? I want to see you in 2 minutes. Oh, no. What? Nosy. Oh, you're nosy? Okay. So go get a tissue and then bring it back. Okay. Allie, can you get our tissue, please? I don't have any in here, honey. If I did, I would totally help you out. You know, we got to take care of them all the time. Yeah. It's okay. She'll be good. And then the 4th step here, so we have mindset and earning, tracking and spending, credit and debt. And the 4th one is saving and investing. So instead of having $100 to invest, it's going through these 3 steps so that you have $1,000 to invest, right? Because now you know where your money's going, you're paid off your debt. Now we can put all of that money to keep more for you. You can save, you can invest, you can really build up that foundation and that stability for yourself. So those are the steps. That's the framework that I teach with the system so that we can really simplify money, help you manage it, and help you get off of this paycheck to paycheck world for yourself, right? Like it doesn't have to be that cycle anymore.
Yes, right? I love it. You make that simple. You know, you make it, you know, you break it down into something actionable. And I also love how, you know, working with you, it's like you shift the mindset first. It's not like, now let's look at all of your debt. Let's start there. Let's start with where you're going to feel terrible, you know. And I totally, you know, like that to me makes so much sense. You know, like for me, like when people come in, I always want to help them like look at what's your vision and where do you want to go.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we have 1 more minute, and so Rebecca will join us for 1 more minute because this is the life of a mompreneur. So I hope everyone goes and checks out the link. I'd love for you to come into our new workshop series that we're going to be kicking off. It's called Enjoy Extra Cash Every Month. It's 3 videos, plus I'm going to be doing some live Q&As and some live events because I want you to feel fully supported and excited about taking control of your financial future for yourself, for your family, and you know, and really so you can be the woman that you're meant to be. Mommy, you're with Daddy. Okay, he's downstairs.
Okay. And you know, so if you have any questions, you can probably put them below put them in the comments below, and Belinda will look at them later too. And I will put that link in if you want to check. You know, if you want to, it's going to be an awesome, you know, opportunity for you to have more freedom in your life. And I can say it's definitely been helpful for me. And so I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Stay posted because I'm going to be doing some more videos on how to feel at home in your body, some more meditations. And thank you so much.
Mommy, please got my mom. Mommy.
Awesome.
Mommy, please got my mom.
Okay, thanks for letting me
You
know.
need to wash it.
Okay, we will. You want to say bye-bye to everybody?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Kiana, and thank you for the stand that you take for women. We're still going, and it's 20 minminutes, so maybe you don't get cut off at 20 minutes anymore. I don't know, but because it didn't say we got kicked off. But okay, thank you, honey. But really, thank you for taking the stand that you do, right? And I think if we have a couple more minutes, do you want to share anything in terms of how taking control of your money has helped you personally as a woman, or helped you in your business and your marriage?
I think the biggest thing is having a space. Well, a couple of things. Having a space to be able to talk about things. You created a safe space for that, and a way to, have a dialogue where it's not just this insurmountable thing. Like I've loved in your programs being able to have like money dates together, be able to look at things together. And then the other thing is just more of this feeling of I can do it, like instead of like, oh, money is this big thing and I don't know how to do that, having the support around that and having more of the mindset shifts. I've been able to take things that before I would normally just, everything else I can, give me big challenging things, but money, I'm going to like put my head in the sand and not pay attention to it. I've been, felt more confident and, shifted that mindset to go, you know what, let me just reach out and share where, less shame about where I am financially, but just being able to, you modeling that and you being accepting for me has also been like, oh, okay, yes, this is where I happen to be. Where can we go from here? And I find that it's just much easier for me. I'm more confident in, be able to say, this is what's going on. And also, that trickles too into being able to talk about really challenging things, to say, all right, there's a step-by-step way we can look at this and can research it. And, so it's been really helpful. Yeah.
That's amazing. So. Yeah. I want this to be a moment where we get to celebrate you too, because I think sometimes we forget how far we've come, and you've really, and I think we live often as just the victim of our life, right? Of like, oh, I guess it has to be that way. It's all part of that resignation. And so you've really stepped up to be like, wait a second, I get to do this, right? I get to create the life and the business and the money and all that stuff that I really want. So
you get to have a new story. You get to, there's a story. And
your money.
Did you hear Rebecca?
Own your money.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
You got it.
Own your money.
You did say own your money. See, I'm telling you, they're listening all the time. Right on cue.
Yes, she said own your money.
Yeah, her and her brother Seth say own your money. They do. Well, on that note, I couldn't have ended it better myself. So thank you, Kiana, for hosting and for, for really being willing to take a stand for women.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is how we do that together.
Awesome.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you inside the training series. Bye-bye.